Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me. Another Friday means another edition of Uncle Dan's Best Bets, this time for week 4 of the NFL season. Before we get started, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Really appreciate it. Continues to grow the channel. It's also good for Mike, Jenna, and I. So we really appreciate it. And make sure to comment in with what you're betting this week, what player props you like, what teams you're fading, what teams you're following as we move forward. Last week, breaking news, I am no longer the world's hottest gambler. 8-2 in week 2. Took a slight step back. Our first losing week of the season was last week. We went 4-5. The Bills, Dolphins over didn't hit in that weird 120-degree heat on the field. I was there. But we were spot on with the Colts. I said it was a hold your nose game. I said it was the world was on the Chiefs minus 5.5. And I said, follow the sharp money. And we did. And we cashed that. That was Colts plus 5.5. I also said that the Titans would bounce back, and they did. Didn't expect the Commanders to just lay an absolute egg. But again, 4-5 last week on the season. 18-10, still 8 games over 500. That is nothing to scoff at. We will move on. Sean McDermott, Josh Allen tell us it's a week-to-week league, so we're not going to let a losing week get us down because we have another 10 more plays. I keep looking at these slates and I go, I don't really like it. I don't really like this slate. And I go, oh, I'll take that. And then I'll take that one. Okay, I'll take that. And then all of a sudden I go, I got 10 plays. Now, I know some people say, well, what are your favorites and trim it down. I like to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. I'm too afraid to not bet a game and then have it hit and be kicking myself that I lost money. So 10 plays for week 4 of the NFL season, and it starts across the pond with the Lunder. Give me Vikings, Saints, under 44 in London. Last year, the under, it was split in the London games. But before last season, the under was 7-3 in the previous 10 London games. Jameis Winston is out for the Saints. So is Michael Thomas. Andy Dalton is getting the start at quarterback for the Saints. I was on the Saints last week. Thought they could beat Matt Rule's crappy Panthers. They didn't. The Saints offense is bad. I don't think it gets better with Andy Dalton in it, especially with no Michael Thomas. I think both teams will have to rely on running the ball. I like both defenses. Don't really like the offenses. So to me, that equals an under. So give me under 44 when you wake up, throw that game on, and root for punts. Got to do it. Okay, because while life is too short to bet the over, or life's too short to bet the under, you don't get rich betting it. So you got to take some unders. All right, now to the Bills-Ravens game. I got a 3-pack, a hat trick of plays in this one. And sometimes it's just betting what you know. Obviously, I cover the Bills mostly here on this channel, so I feel most comfortable with this Bills. There are a lot of people backing the Ravens here, and I understand why. A lot of the numbers that you will look at will back the Ravens as underdogs. I think Lamar is 14-2 as an underdog. I think the Ravens are, and John Harbaugh, phenomenal against the spread as a home dog. And I think some sharp money was originally on the Bills. Now it seems to be swinging back towards the Ravens. I just think the Bills here in this spot bounce back after a weird circumstance down in Miami where it was just unbearably hot. So I think the Bills find a way to get a win. I think I like both offenses in this one. And I think for the Bills, getting back, and this is assumption. I'm assuming here that Jordan Poyer and Mitch Morse both play. And I think those are huge lifts to both sides of the ball for the Bills. Jordan Poyer, like I said, I don't think that long pass to Jalen Waddle gets completed if Poyer or Hyde is out there late in that second half. The wheels kind of fell off. The Bills were down to their third string center. It was just a mess. I wonder what this line would be if the Bills had won. Because I think the line would have been 4.5, maybe 5. So I think some people are not jumping off the bandwagon for the Bills, but I think this is a spot where you're getting a good number for the Bills to bounce back and get a win. So give me the Bills minus the field goal. I will also take the over in this one. It was opened up at 53. It's been bet down to 51, and that is where I will take it. And honestly, if you want to wait, weather is a concern, but I think this number may continue to drop, but I'll take it right now at 51. The Ravens lead the league in scoring in points per game. They also allow the most points per game. This Ravens defense stinks. So I like Josh Allen to have his way and this Bills team to just kind of march up and down the field against the Ravens. I also like Lamar. Look, he is going scorched earth. He is betting on himself, and we've backed him a few times. I think we backed him already once this year. I really like this offense that the Ravens have going for them. That being said, I just think that this game goes back and forth. Weather is a concern, but it's not supposed to be monsoon rain. It's supposed to be light to moderate, consistent rain throughout the game. The precipitation doesn't bother me as much for overs as much as the wind does. The wind is what really kind of makes it tough to throw the football. I think Josh Allen will be fine in rainy conditions. So I will take the over 51. I think the Bills put up north of 35 points. I think that they left points on the table last week. And again, I think that's why this number is what it is. So give me the over there. Josh Allen, I think he's going to dominate. And as I said before, this Ravens secondary is just awful. Just awful. So I did it last week. I will do it again. Josh Allen over passing yards. I saw it on DraftKings today. 283 and a hook. So I will take the over. The Ravens are allowing they've allowed at least 297 passing yards in all three of their first weeks. So they don't stop anybody. They're banged up in the secondary. They have a rookie safety that's filling in Kyle Hamilton. And Josh Allen is averaging 330 passing yards per game this season. This is a game where this is an MVP caliber showcase. So I think you want to pad a little stats. You want to, show out in these games, help the storyline. I really like here Josh Allen over passing yards. So for that game, Bills -3, the over 51, and Josh Allen over 283 and a half passing yards. For the rest of the card, I like the Jaguars +7. Some of them there, it's +6.5. Some of it's +7. I will take the +7 if I have to buy half a point against the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a really good team. Do I think they're Super Bowl worthy? I don't really know. I think they're feeling themselves a little bit. This is a spot I think that you can fade the Eagles hype here. The Jaguars are a good team. Doug Peterson has Trevor Lawrence playing really well, and that Jaguars defense is for real. The Eagles have not faced a real defense this season. The Commanders' defense stinks. The Lions' defense stinks. And the Vikings' defense is But all of those defenses rank in the bottom half of this league. So I think that this Jaguars defense is real. It is mean. Josh Allen, the other Josh Allen, knows how to get after the quarterback. So I will take the Jags getting a touchdown at the Eagles. I will also take Detroit, the Fighting Dan Campbells, -4 against the Seahawks, mainly because I'm just fading the Seahawks. I think Geno Smith and that Seattle offense is just atrocious. I bet against them last week with the Falcons. That cashed. This may be one of my least favorite picks of the week because of what the Lions injury report is. It's a lengthy one. Centers, running back, DeAndre Swift, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's a top 10 wide receiver in this league right now, is also nicked up. But I still think that this Lions team knows how to move the ball. They are a confident bunch. I also think that they need to empty the tank whenever they can smell a win, especially at home. I think that place, there's a little bit of a sense of hype that they're not this disgusting football team that they have been in years past. I think Dan Campbell gets them fighting. I think they win by a touchdown against a Seattle team that, even though the Lions defense stinks, I don't know if Seattle could go down the field on a JV football team. I don't trust Geno Smith coming to the East Coast or middle of America, I guess, but I just don't like it. So I will take the Lions -4. Browns, Falcons, went back and forth with this one. Kind of like the Falcons, but then I was like, if I bet the Falcons and lose, I'm going to be going, I'm so stupid. But last week I told you the Falcons were the best 0-2 team in the league, and they won because I think they're a scrappy team that is starting to figure some things out. Marcus Mariota, okay. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, both really good. Browns can run the ball. Falcons can't stop the run. Give me the over 47 in this one. Both teams are scoring over 26 points per game offensively, and they're both allowing at least 24 points per game defensively. That adds up to an over for me. So I think this game can be 28-21. I think there are a lot of touchdowns. I think this game kind of goes back and forth. Probably my favorite game, but it's scary how much I love this game, is the Cardinals +1 at the Panthers. And I know the first thing you may think of is it's a West Coast team coming to the East Coast. The game's played at 4 o'clock. It's not really going to be a factor. Look, Kyler Murray and this Arizona offense plays backyard football way too much for my liking. But the one stat, and I think if you're a gambler, you've heard this stat. It's the big one. Matt Rule and the Panthers are 1-25 when allowing 17 points or more. 1-25 they're 1-25 under Matt Rule when they allow 17 points or more. So I'm betting that Kyler Murray can score 17 points. I don't think it's asking too much against a vaunted defense of the Panthers. Matt Rule's an idiot. I've said that before. I'll say it again. I think the seat is getting warm under Cliff Kingsbury, and I think he really needs this win to right the ship. Look, the Cardinals have only played one good half of football, or they would be 0-3 too. So I will take the Cardinals to get the win on the road at Carolina because I think they scored 23 points. Christian McCaffrey hasn't practiced the last 2 days. I record this on Friday morning. I just don't see how the Panthers move the ball. Give me the Raiders to get their first win of the season, -2.5 versus the Broncos. Nathaniel Hackett may not be that guy. That offense looks very lost, confused. They shouldn't have won against the 49ers on Sunday night. I will now back the Raiders. This is a spot to me where the hungry dog runs faster. So give me the Raiders -2.5 to get their first win of the season. Josh McDaniels needs this one. Derek Carr, Devontae Adams need this game. I think they kind of their season's on the line here. Can't start 0-4. I think the Raiders win by a touchdown. And finally, the primetime. Games are going under like crazy. Chiefs at Bucks, under 46. Yeah, I'll take that. Unders this season, primetime. In primetime, the unders are 8-3. Bucks offense, not good. Tom Brady in primetime, since he's moved to Tampa, not good. But what is good is the Bucks defense. Really good. So I will take the under 46 on Sunday night. Quick recap for you. Vikings, Saints, under 44. Bills -3. Bills over 51. Josh Allen, over 283.5 passing yards. Jaguars, +7. Detroit, -4. Browns, Falcons, over 47. Cardinals, +1. Raiders, -2.5. Chiefs, Bucks, under 47 or 46 points. It's all on the card, the manila envelopes that we keep this tally going each week. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Again, what plays you think are good, what plays you're betting, what player props you like, all of that and more. Please be sure. It really helps the channel, so we appreciate it. Losing week last week, look to put it behind us, get back on track. 10 more plays. We just keep firing. Shoot or shoot. That's all it takes. So thank you for following along. Thank you for watching. Please be sure, again, like, comment, subscribe. We will see you next week. Best of luck this weekend.